what's up everybody? This is Liz Katz, and ignore the crazy focus thing my camera's doing right now. I think I need to replace it. I have this one for quite a while. I've always used it as my streaming and, to be able to record directly to my computer camera. Definitely need to upgrade, kind of do a switch to my current photography camera, switch it to here, upgrade my photography camera, but that costs the monies, and right now I don't want to do that. So I also have lost my voice. Oops. Hopefully I find it soon. There's been a lot of talk, even in mainstream news, about reaction videos and specific reaction channels. And this is something that I personally, when it comes to reaction videos as a whole, have a really, really strong opinion on. Not many of you watched it, but some of you may recall, I actually tried to do a reaction video. It's something that's kind of really pushed on you to try by people when people are like, oh, if you want content, like you haven't been posting a lot of content, do reaction videos. I feel really weird about reaction videos. Personally, in my opinion, what has currently become the most popular format for reaction videos should not be legal and should not be allowed on YouTube. And I know that's saying a lot because I know there's tons of people who make really good livings off of reaction videos. And I don't mean to like take that from them, but it's really... they're surviving in this gray area on a technicality that really is predatory. And I know a lot of people don't go into reaction videos thinking they're being predatory. They're just like, oh, it's easy content, everyone's doing it. Or, oh, this is, easy and legal. But it is predatory to the people who took those clips and who own those clips. Background on me, for those of you who don't know me, I am a cosplay model, among other things. And I, too, exist kind of in a gray area when it comes to cosplay parodies and now doing even music and other content based on fandoms and things that I do love. So some may wonder, why is someone who's okay with cosplays, parodies, and other fandoms not okay with reaction videos? Well, when it comes to doing a cosplay or doing something inspired by something you love, you are making something original. Even people, when you're not making an original costume, obviously you can't declare then that you made that costume, but you are making an original image and piece of art. The issue that makes it kind of iffy is it's not your IP. You don't own that character or that world or that universe that you are cosplaying as or making the original art of. Someone's not going to see your cosplay, hear a song that's inspired by a movie, watch a fan film. No one's going to replace seeing those original movies, shows, original scores. It's not going to replace it. It is huge promotion. When people do it on their own, it is free promotion. You look at those characters, you know who they are. If you don't know who they are, like the person who's making the content is like loud and clear about who they are being. And then people will go look it up and seek that content. And it's even better now that a lot of studios and companies hire directly cosplayers and these content creators, because they do see the value. And when you compare the reach to traditional advertising and how low the cost is, to hire a lot of content creators, it's a great thing. So that's why very few companies take issue to things like cosplay. When it comes to reaction videos, a lot of folks will try to make that same sort of justification of, oh, it's free exposure, it's free advertising. But it's not. People aren't doing like what America's Funniest Home Videos has always done or anything. They're not finding who the original owner of the clip is. They're not getting a release on it. They're not even getting, simple permission for it. The majority of the time, people just find these reaction videos. A lot of times they find it in other compilations of reaction videos. You don't know if these were publicly posted. You don't know if these were on someone's private Facebook or private TikTok of their families and someone saved it and then re-uploaded it. A lot of these things do contain kids. You didn't get the parents' permission. And that's why I felt weird doing, and I only ever did one reaction video. I felt like I like permission for everything. I used to run a pretty successful blog on my main website, like 2013 to 2015. And I would feature cosplayers a lot there, especially female cosplayers. My whole thing, though, was to make it about kind of sharing in, like, I was doing really well at the time, so kind of sharing those eyeballs on other people's work. And I always made sure to credit, and that you could always click on those links and go back to that person's Facebook page. I never took things like out of compilation things without hunting down the original person. I didn't always go and reach out to those people. They were very public to begin with, but I did make sure I always directly credited, and it wasn't just some small description thing. It was like in the website. And also, if you even clicked on the photo itself, it would take you to their page. And that was something I did intentionally, because in my mind, it was one, obviously, yes, I wanted content for my blog. And since I was getting so many eyeballs at the time for my semi-low effort cosplay and gaming stuff, I wanted to kind of share that and share other people. I can't say the same for doing a reaction video or for people who do reaction videos. That's not what it is. It's weird that it's blown up to what it has. I think in part is because it's kind of like an easy way to find the compilations. I don't know if anyone really cares for the people doing the reactions themselves. Obviously, some people have a big fan base based on that, but did they get the fan base from doing the reaction videos, or did they already have the fan base and the reaction videos were doing so well that now that's just what they're doing? In my opinion, there are right ways to do reaction type videos that make it so it is original, unique content. One content creator that I kind of want to call out, they don't know me personally. I just kind of like, Facebook's kind of pushed a lot of their content to me. And I think this woman is hysterical. Her name is Jamie French, and she does a lot of reaction videos on things like movies, probably not the best movies, random things. She'll do these reaction things, but she's not just posting the video and then going, ha, ooh, like making faces and making occasional comments. She'll like go into the clip and actually pretend to be like a character in it, and she's actually making original content and satire out of those original videos. Now, that I believe is appropriate. That I believe should be okay. And should fall under when it comes to parody. But when it comes to the standard reaction video and people kind of try to tie it into like commentary, which I think kind of ties into the whole like, I don't like the journalism laws or something because you're giving a commentary on something. I think that's being abused, and I think those need to be relooked into on what that is, what that entails, and the limits that go to that. Because, yeah. Now, for that argument that the reaction videos are giving people eyeballs and publicity, they're not. Most of the biggest reaction video creators don't credit users. Now, in recent years, I've kind of taken a break, but I have been doing online content creation for many years, for well over a decade. It's long been known. As far like even thinking back to like 2012, putting a name, a link, a logo on an image itself or a video, that's people aren't going to go pause it, look at it, type it up on a thing. People they just don't do that. People want simple, they want clicks. Unless it's some sort of ridiculous thing like someone's going viral for being like super attractive or something, in which case they might get some of that maybe. But it just doesn't translate even for that. It can sometimes, like when people say, oh, but I put the content creators' links in the descriptions. If this was one clip, like, or one model or one, if this was one thing you were pushing and there was on the top, say, go follow blah, blah, blah. And yes, that could give someone a huge boost. But if you have your, paragraph describing the video, your own links, and then like 30 links of all of the compilation videos in there, no one is going through going, okay, that's video number 3, I'm going to 3. No one's doing that. Once things are above those, see more things, they're just like, they're pretty much not there. Obviously, they are there when it comes to like certain things with Google. But when it comes to the average person, it's useless. It 100% is. And those being on those big compilation things does not translate to, instant success of your own. It'd be different being on the only video or the only person featured on content. Or or content that literally starts off mentioning you, saying about you, giving a link, and someone encouraging to go to you specifically, not go to them as in like 50 of them, to go to that one specific. That is the only way that you could argue you are giving someone free promotion. People don't want views of just the clip itself out there. People want it translating to their content, to the rest of their stuff. Just seeing your own clip get featured on things, but you get nothing from it, it sucks. When it comes to a lot of these videos and images and things being reacted to, you don't know their story. You don't know if these are like, oh, wannabe TikTok families. You don't know whether these are influencers or low-key influencers, or if they're like cool with it. Unless you have gotten releases or, you know, looked into each individual person you're reacting to, you don't know their story. And that's one of the reasons I didn't do another reaction video. I recorded like a few, and I just felt so uncomfortable posting them and even doing them. I know I myself am like everyone is, when you don't have the time or the energy for content, we all sometimes can fall upon lazy content, whether that means not doing professional level shoots, going, I'll just take some cell phone photos instead. And if you're not producing the quality content for whatever your reasons, even if it's just because you need quantity of content, I don't think you should fall upon these things there. It hurts other people. You can do lazy content. That's like what you want to do, lazy content, without actually, technically, yes, you are stealing content. Now, most people are like, well, you're not stealing it. The other person doesn't have the yes. So you're technically misusing content. As a reaction video creator, you don't know the purpose of the content. If you like just found it or someone put it in a compilation for you, you don't know if it was a private family video. You don't know if it was just something shared among friends. You don't know if it was uploaded by a hopeful channel trying to, you know, build a following. You don't know if that video was stolen and uploaded without someone's consent. You don't know the purpose of that content. And I feel like taking content that you don't really know anything about and then putting it in these compilations and using it like it's being used, yes, it is predatory. It's kind of questionable, the legality of it, because they're kind of trying to I think certain laws do need to be modernized to address this issue and people who could be made victims from this. I'm not trying to throw individual shade on reaction video content creators. There's a lot of them. Again, I even tried doing a reaction video. But I do want to bring an awareness, and people who do reaction videos they're already aware. I mean, it just feels like you shouldn't be doing it. It feels wrong. But then, you know, you justify it with all the biggest channels are doing reaction videos. Clearly it's okay. But is it okay? Comes to that really, really borderline is it legal question. I really think it could tip the scales on whether it is or not if people were doing stuff more creating original content based around it. Meaning, you know, you're acting with them for real. You're really stopping. It's more on you, and you really are giving your own content. It's just based on this thing you just saw. When it comes to this abusive commentary, I don't like it. I honestly don't. I don't like it. I didn't like trying to do it myself. I don't like it. And we all, as viewers, are guilty too, because, you know, we'll scroll through, whether it be YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, whatever. We'll scroll through and we'll see these compilations of all the funny ones together, and we'll sit and we'll watch them instead of finding the individual ones. We're all guilty of that, but that just kind of shows that how much these compilations stand out to us versus being able to just scroll through and find the individual videos, because they're not being fed as much as these compilations. For these super big reaction video content creators, it's weird to me that a lot of them like take offense when someone either calls out their videos or you know, attacks doing reaction videos as a whole, or kind of singles in on theirs, because a lot of these really big creators, they're making like crazy money. I mean, not just like good money, not just like living well, like an insane amount of what do you do with this? Get a boat, we're swimming, we're rolling a boat through money in the swimming pool money. It's like a comical Scrooge McDuck level of financial success that these biggest reaction videos are getting. And there, you know, being someone who's online in general, there's really like 3 ways you can handle when someone's not necessarily coming after you as a person, but coming after your type of content, and what you do. And people come after my type of content clearly all the time. You either totally ignore it, and if you're making as much money as some of these reaction videos, that should be easy. Get a therapist, wipe away your tears with like your money, and just be happy that things are still working out in your favor and that laws and things are still going as they are. The other way of doing it is to laugh along with people as they're kind of poking fun. You know, having that understanding of, yeah, but it works. Now, even if you personally don't feel that way and you don't like, that they're talking about you, it's the internet. And sometimes just kind of laughing along, saying like a little snide comment back to, and just be like, yeah, but it's my job or something. There's no way that someone can get to you then. They could still say whatever they want to say, but obviously you can still do what you want to do. And then the third option, which is the bad option, is to take a personal offense to it. And like get this arch nemesis thing going on with people who are just pointing out, really, even though they're using you to single it out, pointing out the problem with the reaction video format. I want to reiterate, I don't mean offense to any individuals here. I'm not really giving a direct commentary on certain ongoing situations. I just want to say that as an online content creator, unless someone is attacking you like personally as a person, your family, and trying to ruin you in this sense of all senses, that's one thing. But if someone's kind of like hyper focused on your content, and giving their commentary on your content itself, in my opinion, especially if you are already a content creator giving a commentary, why would you take offense to someone else commentating on your type of content and how you do your content? I really hope from the recent public kerfluffles, certain changes are kind of put into effect. I know they can take many years to go into effect, but when it comes to kind of giving more verbiage and clarification on what is a commentary and what is not, what does it mean? Where are the boundaries? Because right now it's being really abused. It's not right. It's not right to the original content creator or to the original families or whoever owned or took these videos, or whoever's featured in these videos. Some of these people doing these reaction videos are also models, and they're big advocates when it comes to consent. Well, what about these people's consent? What about these families' consent? Did they, well, they uploaded that video. You don't know where. You don't know personally why. You don't know how they were uploaded. You don't know if they consent to them being re-uploaded and shared by you. So I don't think you can really fight the whole consent thing and then make the entire basis of your content and business doing that same thing. But that's just my thoughts on it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe. You guys rock, and I'll see you next time.